Hey, welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse. Today we've got a special Cheapie Bin Finds show. Not only is it the fourth one in the series, but we have Nick S. Squire here with us today. And Nick is ready to wrap some Cheapie Bin Finds. So we're going to get started with that first. But first, let's promote some stuff. So tomorrow on the Contrarians, we're doing a Doors episode with Martin, Marco, me, and Todd, and we're going to be talking about, well, it's kind of like a tag team episode of the Contrarians, so we'll see how that goes. I don't think no one's promoted this yet. We're recording it tomorrow. Who knows when it'll come out, but that's how we do it. So that'll be coming up. Also, we're doing a Kiss bootleg show after that. Episode number 33 with Marco and Brett Peters. That'll be good. Evidently, these guys have like a extensive Kiss bootleg collection. Amazing. We also know that Marco has quite a bit of a Elvis Presley thing too. So, but we're not hitting any Elvis this time. We're just doing Kiss. So that'll be good. After that, on Thursday, They Might Be Giants retrospective. Say that really fast. With Todd Evans and Bicycle Legs. So we're just kind of looking at the careers, talking about whether we've seen them live, talking about just They Might Be Giants and just general, what albums we like, what singles we like. And then coming up next week, I'll plug that off some next week, we're doing a Kiss off the soundboard panel discussion and review. And that'll be with Ryan Gavalier, John Clauser, and Brett Peters. So we're just kind of looking at the whole Kiss off the soundboard recordings that they've already produced. The other thing I want to add that I didn't add here is I want to talk about that Destroyer box set. So we need to talk about that as well on this episode. But other than that, I mean, that's enough to promote right now. So why don't we, Nick, why don't you and I just get started?
Sure. Let's go.
I'm going to let you start out. And all we're going to do, folks, is just go back and forth and talk about stuff that we've recently purchased at Cheapie Bin. Usually the stuff's like under $3 or something. It's just fun because both Nick and I are both addicted. So we're just going to go and Nick, go ahead, start out, and we'll just go back and forth and let's see what we've bought.
Yeah, and we're both addicted to cheap. And
I like cheap.
Yeah, and I don't hit the record stores as much as I'd like anymore, but when I do, I go right for the cheap stuff. If I don't already have it ordered, I get my favorite independent record store guy who gets me stuff. But I was in a news store a few weeks ago, hadn't been in, and it was one of those stores where, they're selling musical instruments and they've got records and they've got CDs. It's like one of everything. And I sort of stumbled in there because I had about 15 minutes. And what I like about stores like this, when I walk up and on their porch or front area, they already have milk crates full of cheap records. I was like, oh, that's what I like. Yeah. So I'm immediately intrigued. And by cheap, this particular store, the cheapies for them were $2. When I got in the store and looked around and found some CDs, which I'll start with, they were $3 in the cheapest end. And that's about all I'm going to find in these parts. There may be a store or two where I could find something for $2 CD wise, but it's gonna be really, really like unknown and bad stuff.
Right.
But in digging through them, I would tend to go for things rather than let's say I see a Led Zeppelin CD or something that I don't have but I would need. Yeah, I would go for that. But if it's something I've never seen before and I know it's tough to find, but it's real cheap, that's what I'm going to go for. So in this particular place, I found something I think I own it on vinyl, but I've never seen it anywhere on CD, and that is early 80s Hughes Thrall. And so I had to pick that up.
Oh, no, you never see that.
I know. Exactly.
That's like the Whitford Same Home CD. You never see that either.
Exactly. So, it's one of those where I saw it, and I'm like, I had to chuckle. I'm like, oh, okay. I like this store. They have Hughes Thrall. And I've heard this before, but it was good to hear on CD. I like it. This album is sort of like it's got this like lore behind it that was very influential in the early '80s. I know Gary Moore was influenced by it, that sort of thing. I like it. I don't love it. I gave it a few spins. It's in great condition. Looks like it was barely played, and it was a good one. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have fun today. Next one. Have you ever heard of a singer by the name of Raul Malo?
No.
He's in the Mavericks.
I've heard of the Mavericks.
They're like a country band, country rock band, Tex-Mex. He has a very distinctive voice. I'm into vocalists. He's got a powerful voice. People have compared him to Roy Orbison in that he can really get up there, but he also has a lot of power behind that voice. He's done a lot of good covers. He's done solo albums, and I think the Mavericks have now reformed. And they play a lot, amazingly, even though they're Tex-Mex country rock. They play a lot sort of in Pennsylvania, New York area. They headline pretty big venues. But I found a CD that I've never seen before or even heard about. It's from 2004, solo CD, and it's Raul Malo with a bunch of fellas from Nashville called the Nashville Acoustic Sessions. And it's all covers of classic songs, and it is really good, and I really enjoyed it. And it sounds fantastic, and it's great song selection, and it really suits his voice. And some of the songs on here definitely worth the money. I think you can find this on Amazon really cheap, but it's one of those where I've never seen it before, so it's in the cheapie bin. I'm going to buy this.
Right.
Blue Bayou, Roy Orbison. He does a Gordon Lightfoot song, Early Morning Rain. He does some Louvin Brothers songs, a Dylan song, You're Gonna Make Me Lonesome When You Go, Moon River by Henry Mancini. You're probably a Graham Parsons fan. Hot Burrito Number 1 he does, which is very good. He does a Van Morrison tune, Bright Side of the Road. So it's great. So it's got all the stuff in there, and the players are top notch. Mandolins, dobros, maybe a national. Acoustic guitars, nothing electric. So it's one of those things from '04. I was happy to find it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, show me that cover again one more time.
Yeah, it's called the Nashville Acoustic Sessions. It has the gentlemen's names on there, the session musicians, and I don't know them, but
I could see why it would end up in the cheapie bin.
Exactly. What's a horrible cover?
It's a horrible cover.
Yeah. The other guys on it are Pat Flynn, Rob Ickes, I should say, Dave Pomeroy. I looked it up on online and saw some online reviews, and most of them are very positive, like on Amazon. People just love it. Some critical reviewer, the songs are too schmaltzy, blah, blah, blah. But I think overall, especially if you're a fan of Raul Malo's voice, if you ever see a Maverick CDs out there, get them. They're good.
I see them every now and then.
They do a cover on one of their albums of The Air That I Breathe, the Holly song.
Yep.
And it is just fantastic. And so you get to hear his voice in its full splendor. For some reason, Raul Malo tours around here too, and he sells out places. So, even though you wouldn't associate that style of music with where I live in Pennsylvania, it's pretty popular. I'll rip through these last two, and then you can go ahead.
Okay.
This one literally made me laugh out loud because the artist is, I know who he is, and when I saw him in the bins, I'm like, I got to buy it. It's the original guitar player for Jethro Tull, who went on to form Blodwyn Pig, and that's Mick Abrams. And here there's a Mick Abrams solo CD, Hoochie Coochie Man, from 2013. And when I saw this, I just had to laugh out loud, like, what on earth is a Mick Abrams CD doing in a record bin or CD bin in my part of the world?
I didn't even know he put out something recently.
He's got quite a few stuff. This is from 2013. I became acquainted with him with a CD that I had shown you before in our you're doing the rare obscure albums. It was a cover album of Peter Green songs, and that's how I got to know who he even was. And he was good. He's a great guitar player. I mean, I don't think this album is not a landmark album, but it's a pleasant listen. Mostly original songs, some covers on it. His voice is good. Guitar playing's great. And the fact that I saw it for $3 in the cheapie bin, it was absurd. I just had to laugh.
Yeah, that is
I
absurd.
looked up his website. You know, he's been in somewhat obscurity touring around the UK, I guess, or playing around. But he had an announcement in there from the end of 2010 that arthritis was going to prevent him from playing again
Mm.
live. So, you know, if you got a chance to see him, good for you. But it looks like he's finished and was uh, looking to get rid of his guitars and equipment and that sort of
Oh
thing. But
man, that sucks.
it's a pleasant listen. It's a good blues album, better than most. I hear a lot of blues albums, and most of them I'm rolling my eyes at, but this is better than 95% of them out there. So, as a
Yeah.
cheapie album, this was fantastic. And the last one, of course, is a classic. Have you ever heard of the what's a website? And they sell CDs, but it also became a record label, the Collector's Choice Music.
Yep.
Well, I used to get things on there, especially like Dean Martin and other easy listening, but this is in the comedy realm, and of course, the title's self-explanatory. But when I saw this, Red Fox, you got to wash your ass. So this is like an automatic. When you see the record label, and then I'm like, this is just got to buy it. 1975, red at his most red. You know, the height of Sanford and Son.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's fine. You know, I'm not a big purveyor of comedy albums, but you know, I've got enough. And yeah, it's certainly worth $3 in the cheapie bin.
Wow.
So
Holy crap. That's funny. Well, I'm going to start off with this.
oh, wow.
Klaatu Sunset, 1973 to 1981 on Bullseye. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with Klaatu, right?
Not
The
much, no.
Okay, Canadian band.
Mhm.
Terry Brown did all the engineering on most of their stuff. At least I think on the first two records. I can't remember, but what this is a rarities album and kind of like a greatest hits album. But this thing, it shouldn't be in the. I got this for $2,
Wow.
but it's a 2 CD set. It's mint. No one knew what it was, but I have all the Klaatu stuff already on CD already. But I
Yeah.
never had this, and I don't have all these, rarities. The album Hope, they were. It's got all the alternate. There was an album they did called Hope that came after the first album, and the record company made them go back because most of it was like orchestral, and the record company said, "Oh no, no, no," made them go back and record it. But this has all the orchestral tracks on the second
wow.
CD.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're like a Klaatu completist, this is cool.
$2 and it's a double CD. That's absurd.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for crap like that, and I found another one for $2, and it's a double CD. Now we all, this the show Stranger Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
now Kate Bush is like now the
Right.
thing.
Right.
I found Ariel from 1998,
Oh, great.
2 CD set. Got the book. It's got everything in it.
Oh,
And
wow.
I got this like at the half price books when I was in Cincinnati, and I took it up to the counter, with a whole bunch of other shit. I'll tell you, like I'm like close to Columbus, Ohio,
Right.
but Cincinnati is like I don't know how to describe it. It's just records and CDs aplenty down there.
Really?
Oh, it's way better than it is in Columbus.
Really?
Yeah, but I took this up to the counter, and the woman said, "Oh, Kate Bush." I didn't know we had any Kate Bush. I said, "Yeah, you had it in the Cheapie Bin."
Yeah.
And this is another one of those records, albums you never see. You never see any of these later Kate Bush records.
No. No, never.
And it looks like they bought this like in March of
Oh,
21.
wow.
Yeah, it says 3/22/22. I don't know.
It's great.
You never know what you're going to find. What else did I get? This is good. The band X-Ray Specs, which is a punk band.
Yep.
Another. This was $1. It's
Wow.
got the slipcase. It's on Castle, and it's 2 CDs.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Same store?
this wasn't at the same store. But I mean, evidently this is part of the punk collection on Castle.
Yeah.
this is the only thing. And, you know, I don't think anybody would have bought it because I don't think anybody really knows what X-ray specs, who they
Exactly.
are or whatever.
Right.
I mean, I've never heard it, but I can guarantee it was worth $1.
Oh, absolutely. That's fantastic, especially an anthology.
And then for all these metal people, they'll dig this. Where's my graphic, Grant? Okay. George
Oh,
Lynch,
awesome.
Sacred Groove on Electra from 1993.
Yeah.
This was $3. It also was a cutout,
Oh, no kidding.
but this is George's first solo album.
Yeah.
I've not heard of any George's solo albums, but I figured, well, I think for $3, it's worth taking a chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Here's my tie-in with George Lynch. He's
go ahead.
coming. He's coming up the street from me in a sense in 2 weeks, and he's going to play a one-off gig with the band XYZ, who was an LA band with albums out. Who I had already moved on from that music when they hit in the late '80s, but their
Yeah.
lead singer had been doing some time in Great White the last few years. So he's doing a one-off, and it's going to be like Dawkins, George Lynch music, and XYZ. The craziest thing. And he has a new band he put together, the whole thing, but they're doing this show in this little tiny, they call it a music box theater. So I'm looking forward to it, and don't know what to expect, but it should be unique and fun. So I can't profess to be the biggest George Lynch fan, but I always loved
Well,
Dawkins, not Dawkins. They're great. Yeah. No, yeah. You're
the
going to
hell?
find something good on there.
You
That's
know,
great.
and you know, Nick, it's all about the thrill of the hunt.
I know. Well, you know, you're describing to me because you're like, well, I don't know if you know what they have. Some of my best finds are when I go into stores and I find genres of music that store does not specialize in, and either they don't care or they don't know. So you go into a store. I remember years ago I was in one in Annapolis, and they were more into, let's say, alternative. I'm finding all this classic rock stuff that are just like given away in a sense. But that's sort of like what you're finding, that stores are like, yeah, we don't really know this. Let's just dump it and run. And here you're finding these treasures.
I mean, this I found in Cincinnati, and this was Cincinnati, like I said, but these
Yeah.
were in Columbus,
Yeah.
which I was surprised. To be honest, I've never ever seen this before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen a lot of CDs, but I've never.
Yeah.
You know, this didn't sell for shit. That's all
No,
I'm
no,
gonna say.
exactly. Now, were they in stores where they didn't really specialize in that stuff, or
Well, Half Price Books, they sell albums,
Yeah.
CDs, and books.
right?
So you just never
Never know.
know.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
awesome.
let's do some. We've got a lot of comments.
Uh-oh.
I know. Ernesto, hi Ernesto, how you doing tonight?
Right.
I have the Red Fox on 8-track.
Well, or Red Fox. You know, his early albums I heard in the '60s. They're really blue. They're really crazy. I heard so.
Well,
I'd like,
it's
I'd
like
like to find
pretty
those.
hardcore stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Prog rock. I don't know. What Klaatu? Well, I guess they're kind of proggy. I would say the Hope album would. I would say definitely that Hope album is prog. If you ever find it, well, there should be a whole show on that because most of the CDs out there are junk. You can, if you can find the original Attic or Bullseye CDs from Canada, those sound good. Or if you can find the Capital Twofer that's got the first album and Hope on it, that sounds good. But I wouldn't buy anything else. They're horrible.
Right.
That George Lynch kills Glenn Hughes and Ray Gillen. Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Okay
Wow.
then.
Wow. Who knew? That's definitely worth it.
People thought they were the Beatles. Well, yeah, it's because they tried to promote them as that.
Oh,
It was of its time.
that's a tough comparison when bands have that marketing. You know, the new Led Zeppelin, that is tough, or Beatles, that is tough stuff.
Zeb, isn't it time to do an XTC special, dear Grant? Yes, but I haven't got anything prepared yet. But yes, I'll write that down. That's Kate Bush
Oh,
CDs
wow.
are best. All right,
That's high
cool.
praise. Then that's good.
Oh, Ernesto's saying yeah. Okay, yeah,
That's awesome.
cool. All right, show me something else.
All right, good. I'm going to flip back to that record store that I was in Pennsylvania in a minute, but uh, and again, I don't get out much to get vinyl, but I was up in Boston retrieving a college kid or dropping off a college kid a couple months ago after break, and I was in a store finding some vinyl, looking at some vinyl, and we all, well, maybe you remember this album. This isn't it, but remember Fraley's
The
Comet?
first Frehley's Comet album.
Yeah, 87. And on the back, you've got the band they assembled, including this fellow over here, which is Todd Howard
Yeah.
on guitars and vocals. Well, I don't know if you know, but the band that he was in prior to, well, years prior to Fraley's Comet was 707. And the name of this album is called
I've seen that.
Megaforce from 83. And there's Todd on the back cover. Looking great. But matter of fact, there's a song on the Fraley's Comet album called "Calling to You," which was an album track. Might have been earmarked as a later single, although it never came out. But that song is actually the song "Megaforce" with different lyrics. So it's a good AOR album. Tends to lean to, a little hard rocking. I can't say that it's a classic, but this was $1. And what it looks like to me, I have it in the plastic, but it looks like it looks like it was in a radio station bin or something, because it's beat to shit on the outside and the back, but the vinyl is in really pristine condition, like never played. So this reminds me of one of those old, it was sitting in the DJ library forever and ever and ever, just getting wear, but never played. So that was sort of fun to find that one, because you don't see 707 that much in the wild.
No, you don't see any 707 very much anyway.
No.
And if you did find it, it wouldn't be for $1 anymore.
No, exactly. That's exactly it. So even though the cover was beat, as cheapy fine guys like us, I look at the condition of that vinyl, and that's perfect. So
that's all you really care about.
That's exactly it. The first time I ever saw Todd Howard was not with Fraley's Comet, but a year or two earlier, he was playing keyboards off the side stage for Cheap Trick. And they came through my hometown in the little theater, and they were, trying to make the most of what was a horrible album, The Doctor. And, I remember as a kid, we were out in the in the lobby of the theater, and they did their sound check, and they came out to go to the Italian restaurant across the street, and there was Todd Howard bouncing along with them. So first time I ever saw him.
That's cool.
I'll go back to that store. So the albums were $2. And I think I showed you this one on another show, but this is certainly well worth it.
I've got that record.
Yep. Don't Go Home a Drinking with Lovin' on Your Mind, which I heard now is a TikTok sensation. And here's the thing about this one. It's in decent shape. The cover's in decent shape. The vinyl is a bit beat. However, I was up visiting family in northeastern PA a few weeks, about 2 weeks ago. This was about 3 weeks when I bought this. And I was in a vintage store that had albums in it, and they wanted. Now I bought this for $2. They wanted 15 for this thing, so I was thrilled that I was able to find it for $2. And the condition, the cover was beat, and it wasn't that much better. The vinyl wasn't much better. Some
people just price stuff.
Yeah. So the cheapie philosophy, which, as you know, is patience. That stood me very well. Next one.
Hey, Christopher. How's this? What do you think of, since you're from Sweden and you're into 70s hard rock and psych and prog? I don't know if you'll like this George Lynch CD, but you might.
Well, here's the thing: when you're going the cheapie bin, you got to take the best of what you can find. That's the whole philosophy, right? And something like I said, if I've never seen it, that's what I'm going to buy.
Right.
A compilation album in good shape. Why not? You need a couple Three Dog Night albums in your collection.
Yeah,
Golden Biscuits. And I've never actually seen this one. I've seen other Three Dog Night albums in the wild, but I've never seen it. So it's in good shape, has someone's handwriting on it, but the vinyl, I believe, on this one is pretty good. The inside cover looks pretty cool too. So compilation of first few. Song list is great. One, Mama Told Me, Eli's Coming, Celebrate, One Man Band, Out in the Country. Try a Little Tenderness. The vinyl's not too bad. It's in VG condition, I'd say, or VG plus.
Very
Not too
nice.
bad.
I don't think
What's
I
your-
have any Three Dog Night, but I know that the half price books over in Lewis Center, which is almost to Columbus, has that. I don't know if you've seen it's like a 2 CD set. I think it's on MCA,
Okay,
but
that was their label.
yeah, but evidently it's supposed to sound really good, and the mastering's supposed to be
Oh, wow.
top notch, and it's a great selection of tracks.
Oh, cool. My independent record store, my favorite one locally, the guys he always makes me mix CDs, mixtapes, and he did one of Three Dog Night, and I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed it. And I said, they were more rocking than people give them credit for, and so that we were commiserating over that. They've got a lot of material out there and a lot you can find. So it's good stuff. This sort of relates to Contrarians episodes of late. This one,
my.
$2. Never seen it in a while, but Pete Townsend, Empty Glass.
Used to be in the 90s, that was a dollar record. Plenty of them out there in the 90s.
Yeah, well, I don't remember it, and it's good. It's in great shape. So, Rough Boys. That's enough for me. So, anyway,
But well, now it's a $8 record.
is it really?
Well, all the dollar records from the early 90s are now all $8 records.
Yeah. Of course. And last one from this store. Again, I bought these cheapie records, so I got the 4 CDs and the vinyl I showed you. That I think I spent $20. So that's a pretty good haul.
Yeah, that's a great haul.
But last one, I can't say I'm a fan of these guys, but I keep finding them lately, the last few years. So I keep adding them to the collection. And some of it I like, some of it whatever. But there's so many of them out there, and I find them in good condition. So I figured, well, maybe I'll listen to it and be more of a fan. But it's yet another Black Oak, Arkansas album.
Oh, goodness.
And this is called I'd Rather Be Sailing.
That must be a later one.
I think it is. It looks like it's a little saw cut. And the year of this is 78. So I think this is on the down slope, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Tommy Aldrich had...
He already bailed.
Well, literally escaped from what I've read. But the vinyl itself is in pristine condition. So I said, why not? And I got a bunch of Black Oak albums, so why not? Got to add to it, especially if it's $2.
Crap, why not? Let's see.
So that whole haul, that vinyl and those 4 CDs are $20.
That's so far. I think. Well, see, this is multiple hauls. This is over 2 hauls, though. That's what this is. But yeah, that's $20. You can't beat that. Let's see. What can I show you? Well, it just so happens there is a They Might Be Giants episode coming up, and I found this for $1.
Oh, great.
Because They Might Be Giants did a children's CDs. So I found They Might Be Giants, Here Come the ABCs from 2005 on Disney Records.
I got into that band when I had a toddler, and Disney Channel was on, and I'm like, who is this? And I found out it was They Might Be Giants. I'm like, I love this stuff.
Well, if you listen to They Might Be Giants and like their stuff, I mean, it's not that far off that, they couldn't produce a children's record anyway.
Oh,
so.
right.
But 40 minutes of music. This also came out on a DVD too, but this is just the CD. But this was $1. What can I say?
I missed out on them. They would come by through town almost every tour to the local rock club. They like playing there, and I missed them. And they must have played there over 15 years, 5 or 6 times, and I missed them. And now that local rock club went under, sort of a famous place. So I'm like, they're probably not going to come anywhere close. But I heard they put on great shows. So if you've seen them, you're a lucky person.
Yeah, that's freaking.
The Outsiders.
This is Ohio band from the 60s.
Oh, okay.
I think they were like from Mansfield or something. But this originally was one of those Capitol Collector Series CDs. You remember that series where that Dean Martin and the Honeys and a whole bunch of stuff.
Grand Funk Railroad.
But this was part of that series, and it was you mentioned collectibles. It was re-released on collectibles, and it's, if you look at the info on the inner groove, the inner, whatever you call that on the CD, it's mastered by EMI. It's probably the same thing with different graphics. I don't know if this really sold a lot or it didn't sell a lot. I don't know what the story is on how collectibles ended up.
Yeah,
But, I mean, it's decent 60s pop. I figure for $2. I
absolutely.
keep repeating myself.
Oh, it's
But
the best.
for $2, I can't believe it. Let me see. How about. I might have mentioned this in another episode, but you might remember this band. Do you remember the band Cock Robin?
Just by name only. Never, can't say I've ever heard them.
1985 band. I mean, this record is. All Music gave it 4 stars.
Oh, wow.
You'd never see this anymore. I remember when this came out, I had the record. Yeah, I had the record. Heck, I still probably have the record. But you know what? I haven't played this yet, and I can't remember what it sounds like. But it's $2.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got that half price books. Where did I get them? No, I think I got that in Cincinnati. But it's on Columbia. I mean, it's all right.
You heard
a
it
shot.
since then? Did you play it?
No, I haven't played it. I haven't heard this record since 1985.
Okay.
This I was surprised to get for $2. Laura Nero.
Oh, sure,
Gonna Take
yeah.
a Miracle, the record she did with LaBelle.
Oh, awesome.
It's got I Met Him on Sunday, The Bells, Spanish Harlem. So, it's pretty much just a soul CD.
Yeah.
But there's LaBelle on the back.
And
But
that was a buck?
This was $2.
Oh, ridiculous.
Well, no one knows Laura Nero. Or LaBelle, probably. So
Right.
it just one of those things. And I did pick up. Well, this isn't like anything special. You can buy this all day for cheap. But we're doing that YouTube series on Ryan Gavalier's channel. So
Okay.
I picked up Zooropa.
Mm-hmm.
And to be quite honest, I kind of like it.
Well,
But for anyone's watching, if you're into U2 or are going to pick up anything, these CDs, U2 sold so many CDs that there's the dog. They've sold so many CDs that, I mean, there's tons of them out there.
yeah.
So I got that. What else did I get? And then I mentioned before on the one episode, I was kind of like a 10,000 Maniacs kick.
Right.
So I bought Natalie Merchant's second solo album. And I've brushed up on all my women's studies. So I'm ready to devour this.
All right.
Lord knows what she's singing about, but I haven't played it. But this was like $2 too.
That's awesome.
But this is one of those other things. Did you ever see that list years ago about that record store that it said the do not buy list?
Mm-mm.
Oh, God, I wish I had it. I would
No.
put it up here. Maybe I can find it real quick. Anyway, it was from a record store, and it was called
Yeah.
the do not buy list. So if people brought in stuff, this is on the list. You would never buy this.
Right.
I bet you I can find it.
Well, while you're searching, if you remember, we were talking about her band and how locally the Innocence Mission
Yep.
seemed like a baby 10,000 Maniacs. Well, in that store that I was in, I found an Innocence Mission CD. So I'm like, I
Yeah.
got to loop back and get that. I got to get it next time through. So,
Okay, here it is, I think. No, keep going. I'm going to download this, and I'm going to put it.
no, it's fine.
I'm going to pop it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because people have to see this. Okay, so this was at a record store. This came out, oh my God, like in 2012. And it was a Chicago record store that posted this. So here's the do not buy list. So you come in, you do not ever buy any of these. Melissa Etheridge, Bonnie Raitt, 10,000 Maniacs, Natalie Merchant, The Alarm,
Wow.
John
okay.
Mellencamp. In fact, John Mellencamp you can find all day in the Cheapie Bin still.
Yeah.
Big Head Todd, I see that all the time. The Bodines,
Yeah.
the Apes, I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know them either.
But Katie Lang, oh my God, yeah. Veruca Salt, all these
So
are.
so they weren't selling this stuff, or they didn't want to buy
They
it.
don't want to buy it because no one's. They don't
Fine.
want to buy it because it's not
Gotcha.
selling.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
But a
with you.
lot of the stuff, still on these Cheapie Bin Kiss. I'm surprised that they don't want Kiss either,
Where was
or
that? Oh, there it is.
yeah, they don't want Kiss.
Yeah.
Foreigner, Journey, The Eagles, Seven Mary 3,
Wow.
Jessica Simpson.
Wow.
But it doesn't say anything about U2, so maybe they were still buying YouTube in the
Yeah.
early in 2012.
Yeah,
But
this list probably evolves over time because then you start seeing other bands that should or performers that should be on it too.
I think a lot of it still stands up. But you know what? It's funny though. A lot of these bands you don't see anymore in the wild.
No, you don't.
Tripping Daisy, nah, you never see
Yeah.
that anymore.
No, exactly.
Fun Loving Criminals, you never see that.
No, yeah. Mary's
Tanya
good.
Donnelly, I don't know if she put on any solo albums, but maybe she did. Seals and Crofts. It's just funny. I just had to put it up because,
Yeah, that's
I
good.
mean, some of this stuff that you find would be on the do not buy list.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I
Well,
don't care.
see, then my thing is that I'm looking for stuff that you just don't even see in the wild. That's what I'm looking for. So
Well, that's
even if
what
it's,
I'm really looking for. Like
yeah,
this, like this,
yep,
like this.
yeah. You've got to have good eyes. You've got to be persistent in looking in a store, and you've got to be patient. Those are the
Right.
things you need to do. You got to be patient and look, and just sometimes all of a sudden you don't see anything. You're there for a half hour, and all of a sudden you find one after another. They arrive. So
Oh, let me pop up some comments.
go ahead.
Christoph. George Lynch did Dirty Shirley with Dino. I don't know who that is.
Jalusic.
Jalusic. Very good
Yeah, he's the
singer.
new guy with Whitesnake. He's
Oh,
basically
okay.
taking over a lot of the vocal duties from David Coverdale. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's what he
Yeah.
says. Yes, that's the popular opinion right now.
Well, I don't know how Whitesnake could go on without.
Well, Mr. Coverdale sort of hinted that it could. So if he sees an opportunity to kind of, put his blessing on it, and he can sit home and reap the rewards without doing much, why not?
Kind of like the Kiss thing.
You got it, and others,
I don't think I'd care to see Whitesnake without Coverdale, but whatever. Zeb, I don't trust all music either. I just use it for a graphic as something. It's like the Rolling Stone record guide. It's kind of
Sure.
funny.
Yeah.
All music tends to give everything good reviews. That's what I find.
Yeah.
Yep. Zeb, Todd Rundgren loved Laura Nero. That whole first Runt album is basically him copying her to some degree.
Oh,
Or
no
her
kidding.
style.
Uh-huh.
The YouTube album is kind of weird. I like to do it with Johnny Cash on it. But don't pay more than $1 for it. You're right. You can get it for $1. That's the going rate for it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Johnny Cash duet is great. I mean, it's
What do they play? What's he sing with Cash?
he sings. Oh crap! I can't see it. The price sticker's covering it up. I didn't realize this, but this was produced by Flood, Brian Eno, and The Edge. A song on here called "The Wanderer,"
Wanderer.
but it's great. I highly recommend this. It's a very strange record, but Zeb, the Foreigner's first two are okay. The first four are okay. Come
Yeah.
on, Zeb.
Yeah, they're fine.
Come on, man.
They're fine.
Bunch of crap on that list. Well, that's why it's on the do not buy list.
That's right.
808 State. Was that on the list? Maybe.
I didn't see it.
Zeb. Freaking funny. Uh-oh. People think their Dark Side of the Moon LP with posters and stickers is worth a zillion. The sad fact is they don't think this out.
Yeah.
I don't think this album were pressed in a zillion copies. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. Now, if you had the quad 8-track, you might have some
Right.
That might be
Something
worth a
there.
couple of bucks.
Exactly.
But there are hardly any of those around. Well, you got anything else to show, Nick?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
I got more vinyl.
Go,
What I'm
bring
gonna
it on, because we're only at, we got 20 minutes. We'll go to a couple hours.
Yeah.
I mean, an hour.
What I'm going to
Couple
show
hours.
you, I think I've hinted about this, or it was mentioned on another show with you. I come from a family of
He probably
semi-hoarders.
does have it. Yep. Yes, I think you've said that before.
Yeah. And my father was out there running around buying all sorts of stuff. Yeah, if you remember, we were on the show. I was showing you like the massive, big records and
Yep.
other oddities. But he would go to yard sales, especially in the neighborhood, and pick up stuff if he thought, like based on the cover, I would like it. So, but he amassed quite a bit of stuff, a lot of which is junk. And I was just at my parents looking around, and I found in two cabinets in a room. The cabinets were chock full of albums that I didn't know were there. So I started going through them, and wow, was I finding some stuff. And I brought some back with me. The bulk of it is still there, but I'll give you a couple highlights. So
Yeah.
I didn't find these in the cheapie bins in the
It's
last
all right.
couple of weeks, but this has been accumulated over time. And part of that philosophy and ethic is if people know you and they know what you like and know what you're looking for and they know how to spot a deal, buy it. Just get it and just make sure it's half decent. So first, a lot of them were well, we'll go with this one first, actually. Let's go with some of the oddities. This kind of stuff I absolutely love. Harper's Bazaar's Secret Formula for a Beautiful You. And basically what it is exercises on vinyl with a
Nice.
booklet inside telling you how to get in great shape and how to improve your bust line and
need
your feet and your hands and make yourself beautiful. This kind of stuff I would buy all day long. So
And it's on Capitol.
it's on Capitol. That's exactly right. And the vinyl's in pristine condition. They've got on the back of it, you have your calorie guide and desired weights that you should be. So it's all here. I haven't heard it yet, but we've got the pretty girl on the front cover. So this kind of thing makes my collection. So I love stuff like that.
So that looks like must have been 60s, early 60s, maybe.
That's what I'm. You know what? I did look this up, and I think I did find it on Discogs, if I'm not mistaken. But I forget off the top of my head because I don't have my notes. You can never have too many of these, and this is in great shape. So this was probably $1 or $2. Don't need to talk about that one much. This one is great because this is when Wanda Jackson,
Oh,
Love
yeah.
Me Forever. I didn't get to hear it yet, but I did check it on a streaming service, and it's great. What this basically is Wanda Jackson on Capitol trying to do Patsy Cline. And so if you like the lush arrangements, beautiful songs,
Right.
the whole Patsy vibe with her voice, which is a little, let's say, mousier, higher, but it's just great. I mean, I really enjoyed listening to this, and there wasn't a dud on here. And the vinyl is in pretty good condition. I mean, it's got some shine to it, and not all
Rainbow
marked up.
label. That's probably, I don't know, 60s. I'm guessing that looks like 67, 68, maybe.
You're probably right. The album itself was released in '63.
Oh,
so
crap.
probably-
Ooh, I
yeah.
was off.
Yeah, but then again, this might have just been a later release. So, and the cover is in great
Maybe.
condition. I mean, it's just fantastic. So, Wanda Jackson, you don't see those in the wild. Similar vibe. Kitty Wells, Heartbreak USA. So everyone needs a Kitty
Decca.
Wells album in their collection, and there she is. I don't remember what the vinyl looked like. This one's a little beat. That one's a little beat, but I'll give it a listen and see what we
Is
have.
that stereo or mono?
This one is a stereo
Okay.
on Decca.
Because I was going to say if it was mono,
Right,
you could get away with
right.
just press that mono button, kids, and all that extra
Yeah,
popping will go away.
right. That's true. I checked all these on Discogs, and they're all worth a decent amount. Let's put it this way, more than $1 or $2. This one's a little beat, but I'll tell you what, the cover's in great shape. So if I ever found it out there in the wild, with decent vinyl, I might pick it up again. But I haven't heard that one yet, though. This one is a repress, but even the repress has a fair amount of value, and you can never have too many Johnny Cash albums in it in your collection. And this is somewhat of a compilation album, so all good stuff. All good stuff.
You know that one? Gosh, what was it? There are a ton of Johnny comps. There's a ton of Johnny Cash comps out there.
Yeah.
And I think this was on Columbia. I don't know, but it was a box set. Okay.
Yeah.
But this I found it for it was like $4. It's the 3 CD set, but it didn't have its little box with it. And I said, well, crap, all the CDs are there.
Yeah.
So I got that.
Was that was it three or four CDs?
Uh-huh.
That also came out it was like in a box as well at this point.
This was just the discs.
That is
the jewel cases and the inserts.
Yeah. That is one of the best. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, that is one of the best. Matter of fact, I have it here somewhere, and one of my CDs disappeared. But that is just if you're going to get into Johnny Cash, it's a great place to start. Well, this is I'll rip through some of these. This is under the heading of nice try, but vinyl kind of sucked. You can never have too many of these in your collection, but the vinyl is really, really beat. But
poster?
No poster. So I'm not. No, I don't. My standards aren't that high.
Okay.
This is a great one too. He only found one of the slabs of vinyl for Alive 2. So, and this one is pretty beat too. This pretty much would you want to maybe put it on a wall or epoxy it into the floor as a decoration. But that being said, this one is just outstanding, and this is a near mint rock and roll over that I just could not believe the condition of it. And inside is the original stickers.
Oh, crap. Hold that up.
Yeah, how about that?
Look at that, kids.
I know. In the wild for $1 or $2.
And the sticker was still in there.
Couldn't believe it.
I haven't seen a sticker since it came out.
And the vinyl itself is just in really good
Does
condition.
it have the round kiss? Does it still have the sleeve?
Yeah.
Shows everybody. Yeah, there it is.
Fantastic.
It's
in great condition. It's a little split, but the vinyl itself is really clean. You probably can't see that, but
yeah, most of those old Kiss albums. I mean, every now and then you can find them. I mean, I could pull some. I've got like a clean original pressing of the Destroyer,
right,
on the blue label.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But a lot you can't really find a lot because kids had those and they played the hell out of them.
Beat the shit out of them.
Beat them the shit out of them. It's like all those old Monkees albums. You can hardly ever find any really clean ones.
Right. But even the Beatles. I mean,
Beatles, sure.
Beatles are tough.
But Kiss, man, we played those to death.
Not to be outdone, this is in really good condition. Alive.
Oh, Zeb wants to know if the teardrops on the front of the Rock and Roll Over. That would be that's a record. That's a record. I don't think.
Yeah, where was that on, the teardrop? I've heard that.
It was on Paul Stanley, but I think that was because it was a record.
Yeah.
No club
teardrop
release.
Yeah. This Alive is great and this is what I was happy to see inside too for $1 or $2. Got the booklet.
Well, you don't find that very often.
No, the only issue is there's a seam split. But nowadays, if you wanted to really attack it with glue or something, other than that, there's like no ring wear at all on it. Oh, well, a little bit on the back, but inside cover is just fantastic. So.
Yeah, show the inside cover just for the hell of it. I'm so used to seeing the CD all the time. I haven't seen that. Oh, yeah.
There you go. In great shape. So, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I like my vinyl like I like my women. Cheap, playable, and no seam splits.
I get it.
So those were some of the highlights from that massive find that I found that I have up there. So I have to go through the rest. There's a lot of other stuff too, but maybe someday I'll show what else is in there. What else you got?
Christopher, it's impossible to find anything good at secondhand stores here in Sweden. Oh, well, that sucks. Here it's like a plethora
Yeah.
of
Especially
stuff,
CDs. Especially
especially
CDs.
CDs. And like I said, kids, I say this all the time. All these CDs that I'm buying for nothing are going to come back around. I swear to you, because the next generation's going to come up and see this and go, whoa, you can play these and actually get music out of them, just like records. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's all going to come back around. I swear. Quote me.
Right.
That's the way things work.
Plus, the thing is too, like, and I think you're on the same page with me. I'm more geared for the music. Yeah, I like the value. Yeah, I love finding something for a
right.
buck that's worth a lot of money. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd rather find something cheap that I end up liking it and discovering that music and maybe a new artist that I hadn't heard before.
I did get Boz Scaggs
Oh wow!
hits. It was $2, but you can find this cheap. I think most of the Boz Scaggs stuff is pretty cheap nowadays anyway. But I figure, you know, it's got Lowdown on it and Lido Shuffle and
Yep.
JoJo. I mean, it's all ready for
Perfect.
it's all ready for the Yacht Rock show.
Yep. Perfect.
So I picked that up. What else did I get? Oh, I don't have any graphics. Well, I do. I got another Natalie Merchant one, her 2001 album Motherland. This I think was $3. I might have overpaid for it, but I thought, $3. And I haven't heard it, and I didn't know that it was going to match the background graphics.
Oh wow!
So that's nice.
Yeah, it's even
kinda
better.
Matches.
Tailor made.
Kind of matches. But let me see, and I also got this. This I got in the Cincinnati for $1 because we're doing that YouTube series, and I didn't have pop. I used to have an original pressing of this on vinyl.
Yeah.
And I sold it, so I haven't heard it. It kind of sounds like the two albums before to me so far, but I don't know. It's $1. I don't have any. You ever heard of the band called the Soup Dragons?
Yeah, sure.
This I think's a Canadian. No, this is a German pressing. I got this for $1 at the half price book sale, and it's like brand new.
Nice.
I think this is like maybe their second album or something.
Yeah.
But
Was that around 1990-ish? Somewhere in there? 91?
see, it's a good thing I had glasses on. Looks like 1980.
Okay.
No, 1988 maybe.
Oh, all right.
89. It's got a cut in it too.
Sure.
So I've never seen a German CD with a cutout in it.
No.
That's probably not a good sign. And I got this for $1. This is something cool. Weather Report.
Oh, nice.
What year is this? This is from '87, I think.
Yeah, that's worth it there.
And it's a made in Japan CD.
Nice.
So you know that's a first pressing on that. It's a JVC pressing, I can tell that.
That's cool.
And it's just mint.
Yeah.
It was $1.
Love it.
Weather Report.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Oh, I got this for $1. Enter the Dragon soundtrack. It's on Collector's Choice Music.
Oh, great. See, that tells me right off the bat there's a certain quality to it. Collector's Choice. That's great.
It was $1.
That's great. See, that's one of the few labels where I might buy it just based on the label, the record label.
Well, there were other people there at that half price book sale in Cincinnati. If you're going there, you're either going there to find stuff to flip,
Yeah.
or I'm going there to find stuff to flip as well.
Mm-hmm.
But most of it, I was just there just to buy some shit.
Right.
But I'm always looking for stuff to flip.
Where are you flipping it?
Discogs.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
Now this, I bet you I could flip on Discogs. I don't know how much it's worth. Came out on 2008. But normally what I would do is just go through it and see how much they're going for and post them up
Yeah.
there. But I
I
don't
just,
do that all the time, but I have a store up there and stuff.
yeah. Oh, cool. I just started getting into Discogs during the shutdown. And oh, there you go. Someone's going to bed.
See you,
Cool.
Zeb.
My thing with Discogs is some of and you're more the computer guy, but some of the functionality, like, the artists are organized according to the first name. Like no record stores do that. It's really tough to,
It could use
and
some improvement. Let's say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of search features that are just junky on it too. And the other thing too is that it makes it seem like there's a community on there where you can kind of link up with people. I haven't figured that out yet. It's just like I'm on there, but it seems like I'm not selling anything. I'm just sort of amassing my.
Yeah, they have like forums on there.
Oh, do they? Okay.
But for anything like that, you're almost better off just to go to Steve Hoffman forums.
That's what you
anything.
said. Yeah. Well, I
Don't
was
mess around. Just go there.
Well, what it was, I was cataloging my collection. That's what I started to do during the shutdown.
Right.
And my concern was then I bet you that someone's going to come along with a better cataloging software. So I got into it, but not into it. And the other thing is I'm starting to find that I put stuff on it that somehow didn't take or disappeared because there's things that are missing that I know I put in it. So I'm trying to figure out what happened or why I'm doing it wrong.
Oh, Ernesto. I missed that. Look, Tom Jones CDs. I don't see any Tom Jones CDs. And I only want the ones where he's got women all sprawled out like he's a god and treating him like he's a god. Those are the ones I'm looking for.
The only Tom Jones I used to see was in college when he did the Prince cover of Kiss.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a big hit.
Yep.
I used to pick up everything on CD because it was so cheap. Now I choose wisely. Not enough room
or time. Well,
I
he's
understand that.
He's right. That's where I'm getting to myself.
Well, I still have room.
Well, there's always room, but it's like warehouse space room.
Oh, the other thing I was going to throw up there that I got for $1 was Yes.
Oh,
the
nice.
Ladder. And this originally they had it priced for like $9.99, but no one bought it evidently.
Wow.
I don't know. So I got it for $1.
Wow.
I don't know if this is a good Yes later day Yes album or not. I pretty much had already abandoned ship.
Yeah.
But it's got Chris Squire on it and Billy Sherwood and Steve Howe and the gang. I don't know. I figure I can listen to it for $1.
Oh, yeah.
But think about it. If I didn't buy this, I probably would never reach out to listen to it. I wouldn't go to Spotify to go track it down.
Right.
A lot of this stuff kind of prompts you to.
That's right.
Dive into it.
That's right.
But it's just what it is. I don't know. Well, we're darn near at an hour. You got anything else, or you?
I'll show you two real quick that I had out.
You're fine. Do it.
This is from the archives at my parents' house. This is on 33 and a third, but it's just I like it because of the cover with the nice dancing girl on it. Pop hits, 8 pop hits. I don't really know them. The Shifting Whispering Sands, Autumn Leaves, Love is a Many Splendored Thing, My Bonnie Lassie, Black Denim Trousers, Wake the Town and Tell the People, and I Want You to Be My Baby. But I like it because of her. So,
well, she looks happy.
Definitely. The other thing on it is I think someone was transcribing the lyrics to the Shifting Whispering Sands because the lyrics are absolutely macabre. And then someone's looks like a female handwriting that's writing the lyrics down. Just so silly. So that was one oddity.
She doesn't look as happy as any of those women on the Tom Jones records, but
no,
I'm not faulting her for that.
No, this is on Promenade Records, and it's it's like a 10-inch, but it plays at 33 and a third. So that was kind of neat. And then the last one under the cheesecake category again, and I don't even what is this? The Sensual Strings play love music of France, Italy, and Spain.
Wow.
Can't go wrong with that. And I remember when I was years and years ago, I was in Boston, Cambridge area, and they were trying to make these sort of like cheesecakey covers, like collectible things.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I do see them out there in the wild for cheap, I pick them up, and sometimes I listen to them even. But that's just kind of cool. So they're always fun to add to the collection, even if
Oh
you
my
don't
God,
listen to it.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah, that's all I got for tonight.
All right. Well, let's see if there's any other. It's late here. Good night. Hey, Christopher. Thanks for subbing. It's great great you could show up.
Great.
Well, while I've got all these graphics all over each other. All right, let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of this. See how slick I am at this? Still,
Yeah, you're
think
fast.
you thought I would be much faster. I know.
Oh no, I think you're fast.
Okay.
This is good. You're
Well, I'm going to promote this tomorrow.
Hey, go ahead.
Tomorrow on the Contrarians, we're recording a show with Martin, Marco, and Todd Evans, and we're doing the Doors. So we're recording it tomorrow. I don't know when it'll come out, but it should be incredible. At least I'm hoping it'll be incredible. It may be a total failure, but I'm thinking that it will be good. So I'm promoting this. We're recording it tomorrow. Hopefully everyone can tune in whenever it goes live or whatever. The other thing I'm going to promote is we've got the next in the April Wine series is coming out next week, where we're looking at Animal Grace and Walking Through Fire. It's just a continuation of what we've been doing before. And then on Friday, there's going to be another Friday night chat. I'm just going to be here. We're just going to have an open music chat. If anybody wants to drop in and just shoot the shit, I'll be here. If not, I'll probably go through my half-price books haul, other than what I've presented already. You know, we'll do that. So maybe you can join. And then down the road in August, we're doing the first This Is Power Pop episode, where we have a panel where I'll throw out like a record and everybody will look at it, review it, and come back. And this right now, I think it'll just be like a monthly thing. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll go every other week. Who knows? But right now, it's just going to be a monthly thing, and we're starting out the raspberries. And I figured since the raspberries pretty much were at the beginning of the whole power pop thing, why not choose them? Why not start out there with the first show?
Start at the top.
Right. And
Ohio band.
They're from Cleveland.
Yep.
And then on Wednesday, doing a show with Marco and Brett Peters, we're looking at Kiss bootlegs. So that'll be pretty fun. And then Thursday, with Todd Evans' Bicycle Legs, we're doing a show on They Might Be Giants. I've already touched on these in the beginning, but, you know, it is what it is. And more content coming down the line like you wouldn't believe. It's just...
It's good. It's
all
great.
kinds of stuff.
And varied, too.
I'm very varied. I'm trying to hit stuff, well, other than the Kiss stuff. But Kiss tends to sell pretty good. I'm trying to hit stuff that people don't usually cover.
Right. That's good.
I'll never have any big subscribers, but, you know, it's fun. It's all about fun here in the warehouse.
That's right. You'll have diehards, though. Diehards,
well,
what you
maybe
want.
we'll see how we go.
Yep.
But I don't know. Based on that, I think we had a great discussion.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, if you're interested in doing another one, you know, like do another one in a month or something.
Oh, let me know. Yeah, I just got to make sure that I, like a shut-in, I get out and get some stuff.
Well,
I can always pull stuff out
you
of
can
the
always share, though. You can
Yes.
always pull more stuff out.
Yeah. And if I can get back to that, like I said, my parents' house where it's an amazing stack of stuff. Amazing.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah,
But,
it's great.
you know, of course, Nick, if there's any discussions you want to hop in on, just let me know.
Sure.
You know? Plenty to talk about. Plenty of content.
Yep.
All right. Well, we went 8:05. I think we did. I think we covered it for today.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Neat little box. Put
I
a
have a
bow on
friend
it.
who loves They Might Be Giants. I will let him know to check it out. There you go. I like to see that.
That's right.
And have him subscribe for the hell of it. I'd like to at least hit 110.
Oh yeah.
I
You've
think
got
I'm
too
at
much content.
106. Huh?
You got way too much content on here. It's good.
Well,
It takes time, though. They say.
yeah, that's what they say. All right. I guess that's it. On behalf of Nick S. Squire and Grant W. Arthur, this has been, wait a minute, BM Bolt. Saw them in New York last month. You saw They Might Be Giants? Sweet.
Cool. His friend, yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, kids, I think we're done for tonight. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope you got something out of it. And seriously, go through those damn Cheapie bins. I swear to God, it is a gold mine out there. And all this is going to come back around. Like I said, I know it's all records right now, but just
That's
telling
it.
you. I'm telling you, that's it.
Just got to be patient.
You got to be patient. All right, everybody. Good night, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, Nick. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.